This video is on the numerical vibration of 254 as part of the Pathway Through 11 series. Hello, welcome to the Pathway Through 11 series. This video that you're about to watch is one of several videos in this series, but they're not in any particular order. So watch them, as many of them as you want to, and in any order that you want to, for how they work best and resonate best for you. So 254 has this 4 at the far right-hand side, which means everything about this numerical vibration is beginning with something around foundation of that 4. And typically when I see a 4 in this far right-hand position, it means that we need to really look into and start digging deep into some of the foundations we have in our life, and the foundations of like who we are. And so here we have this 4 of foundation that when we start digging into what are these foundations that are who we are, our being, and our doing is based off of. When we have that, now it can fuel some of this change in that 5. And so when I see that the next number, so it's a 4 and then the 5, the next number is a 5, then that really solidifies for me that it's really identifying the foundations that need to be broken down and changed, because now this change is occurring. So you're identifying the foundations that need to be broken down and changed. You're making that change, and then you're getting to the 2 of coupling and being able to bring those extremes together to create something new. And so here we're really having to think about and be aware that we all have these foundations that are that build up and create who we are, and they come from a lot of different sources. And we have to get to the place where we're not saying, oh, we have to change these because these are the bad ones and these are the good ones, so we'll keep it. We have to get to a place where we understand that not having good or bad, but having all of them be a piece of that puzzle of your foundation is true coupling in your life. So that's trying to get to that too. But also with this number of 254, we have to remember that it first is an 11 before it is a 2. So we have to pass through, that's why we have this pathway through 11. We have to get through the 11 to be able to get to the coupling of the 2, to be able to get to where the extremes can come together and make something new. So interestingly, one of the phrases that resonates at this numerical vibration of 254 is balance between the extremes. So we'll look at this a little bit more. So as we look at this number, this numerical vibration of 254, the phrase balance between the extremes is resonating at this 254. And because we have this word balance here, we could think that the balance of the 11 is really where you want to get. And forget that we're trying to get through the 11 to really get past the need to balance, to be able to get to the 2 where we're actually able to couple and bring it together. So if we look at this phrase of balance between the extremes as an 11, this makes sense. This is what we would expect to see in this 11 vibration, where it really truly is balancing between these extremes. balancing between that masculine and feminine energy, the good and the bad, and really allowing the polarity and the dualistic nature of this world to um, be that foundation. So that 4. But here, when we're at this place of 11, where we're balancing between the extremes, this is where we need to identify those foundations of balance that need to be changed. So we first identify those changes in the foundation, move into the 5 to actually make the change, and then we can get to the 2 of coupling those extremes. So now this phrase of balance between the extremes as a 2 is in actuality um, like the perfect balance between the extremes is when you don't have to balance between them at all. So we think that perfect balance is where you have, oh, it's exactly the same on both sides. But that never really occurs. And so, in fact, perfect balance between the extremes is this 2 where the extremes are brought together to be coupled together to make something new. And so that's why we want to move through this 11 to get to this 2. And understand that the balance between the extremes is not necessarily accepting that there are these extremes and trying to balance between them, but it's getting to a point of perfect balance where we're able to bring those extremes together to create something new. So the action you want to take to start to move from this 11 into this 2 is to really look at those foundations in your life that need change to occur. Where does change need to occur so that coupling can happen? Thank you.